just okay.
Start the show already. Sheesh.
Oh, well, wait, what?
Everyone, let's welcome to the show. Catch up.
By the will of Caesar, I am Polymopicus. I am a jurist in this great court, and need to assure that our purpose is known. The Just J-Up channel provides parody, entertainment, and educational content. All opinions, commentary, and statements expressed by the host, co-hosts, and chat participants are speculative, satirical, or sourced from publicly available information on the internet and should not be taken as fact. We aim to spark laughter and discussion, and not to defame or do any harm. Content is created under fair use and free speech principles and is intended to entertain and inform while navigating the wild world of adulting. I, Polymopicus, have spoken on behalf of Caesar and remain at the service of the Empire. Now, here is a brief message from our hosts.
Yeah, don't come at us, people.
Don't come at us, people.
Don't come at us, people. Don't come at us, people.
Thou shalt not approach us thusly.
Well, don't come at us, people. Hey, Chup Chup, how are you?
I'm good, Jay. How are you?
I am doing great. Hi, Miyagi's here, and Faves is here. Tammy, Body Watcher, Krusty O Witch. Bonnie, how are you? Our wonderful mod, Bonnie and Faves. Miyagi's here. I think I saw D-Wayne Rapp here earlier. Happy is here. David Del Prince, Patty Cakes. Badger John, how are you, my friend? How are you? Friends.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you're at. Good morning, D. Wayne, Candy Girl, Ken Powers, Clark Stark is here. Oh, Clark. Jenny is here. Is this pre-recorded? No, it's not pre-recorded. Right here. Jenny 8675309. Hi, Stephen Farr or Lisa Farr or both of you. How are you, my friend? Wally's here. Rosie T. Good morning. Good morning. 114 of you already rolling in here. Tina. How are you, Tina? And Robert Tower and DeWitt is here. How are you, Rob Pates? Boycott Jay. He cut our ketchup short. No, that was the end of the thing. That was the end of the thing. I didn't do the superhero one. I did the other one today. Hi, Gina. How are you? But thank you for the 5. Hi, Karen's Books and Bill Mayfield. No, I don't cut ketchup short. I didn't do that. Hi, Lynn Ross. Thank you, Rob, for the 5. I would never cut my ketchup short. Boy, tell you, did you watch FLEABAG show last night? Hi, Lynn, by the way.
Sure did.
It's Lisa. I've permanently stolen the tablet. No, that's a good idea, Lisa. Hi, James. How are you, James Francis? Yeah, I was watching the show last night. She was nice to Just J-Hip. She called me a sweetheart.
I don't know when that happened.
Yeah, she said, Jason's a real sweetheart, and he's a nice guy, and I like him. I like his show. Hi, Dragon's Gravy. Hi, Inspire. Hi, Gary. Hi, Perpetually Puzzler. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, that's what she said. She said she liked Just J-Hip. But she did say, I'm kind of like a child.
Actually, I'm pretty sure she called you an a-hole a bunch of times.
Oh. Hi, Michelle Booth. How are you? Are you sure she said that? It came out as a wonderful show to me. I didn't catch a hole. I thought you said that I have a wonderful show.
No.
I
Oh,
think, did you go to that appointment to get your ears power washed out?
I think I have to do that because I heard something completely different. But hi Roy. I told you that hanging out with fleas would make Jay delusional. Yes, I know. Hi Diane Chase. Good morning. I'm driving. I'm on my way to work again. Oh darn. I guess I should be griping. It'd be easier. Yes, Diane. By the way, thank you for working. I went to work last night because I have to make sure I can pay my taxes so I can keep John Quirk and LMNOP alive. Otherwise, they would be dead if it's not for just J Hip and all of you fine people. All right, we have to keep them alive. Hi, bearded man Steve. Not to be confused, all right, with the gay bear knuckler. Okay, not to be. No, don't do that. Well, they were mad at me because I was making fun of Ray, but I don't think they watched the show.
No, definitely not. She was completely talking out of her a-hole.
Yeah. Oh, In the Cloud says, Jay, can I get the birthday song? It's your birthday in the clouds?
Really?
No. Of course you can. Right after I thank Cindy for the gifting of one Just J membership. Thank you, Cindy. If you get that, thanks, Cindy. She works hard for her money. And remember, it's weird in here, but you'll get used to it.
Well,
Well. Yes, I was disrespecting an old man. Apparently my parents did a bad job. I look around. How I look around. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up for 74. Now thumbs up. Thank you. And Cindy, what? Another 5 Just J Hip memberships. Thank you, Cindy. If you get one of those things, Cindy, again. She works hard for her money, and we're just a couple clown losers over here. But if you don't like the show, I'll send Gabe over to check out your car and give it a tune up. He's doing tune ups now. Thank you, Cindy. Normally today we would do a trial rewatch, but instead I have to address last night, unfortunately. But of course, In the Clouds for your birthday, for your birthday. No, that's two. Me. Happy birthday, you're not special. You're getting older, not much better. But I just wanted to embarrass you, and that's why I'm singing this song. So happy freaking birthday. You're not special, but you're special to us. But outside of this chat and this community, you'll have to go ask them individually. It's probably a no. Hi, Big Dirt. How are you, my friend? Happy birthday in the clouds. Happy birthday, my friend. My friend.
happy birthday in the clouds.
Ray is going to be jealous. Fleesa did what he couldn't. Get Stark on video. yeah, I saw that last night. Stark was on video. Yep. Clark Stark down there. Clark, you've gained a few pounds, my friend. You gained a few pounds. I have to say that. Clark, you need to go jogging. Clark Stark, he's gained a few pounds. He got reckless again.
Clark, you've gained a few pounds and you have a different face.
Yeah, you lost your hair. Hi, Ice. Thank you, Rob. By the way, Ray Bonerhead, all right, he has unearthed something amazing, a secret that's been hidden, and we're going to uncover it today with Bombshell. Bombshell news of a marriage, a wedding that happened amongst the anti-health ecosystem. Who could it be? Let's see, could it be Bonehead and Elemental P? Did they get married? Maybe. Was it Lips and I don't know, I guess Vet Nation's going after her? I don't know. Could be, maybe. Uh,
Ooh, that
that's
would
what
be exciting.
that's what they're saying. Let's see. Could be. Oh, maybe it's Vomit in Elemental P or Vomit in Lips. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. But it'll be unearthed today. We will unearth who got married over there. Oh, it's going to be exciting. I can't believe he let that slip. Can you believe he let that slip catch up?
Nope.
Were you stunned when I told you?
Yes.
I was just as stunned when he let it slip that there was a wedding. Maybe it was Super Dave and Marla Huge. That could be. That
Ooh,
could be. Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it could be anybody at this point, but Jay and Tammy J? No Gary. No Gary. Well, maybe.
Well, if it was Marla and Super Dave, that would be a big wedding.
Yep, that would be a big one. My birthday was last Sunday. Well, happy birthday, Rick Reed. Do I have to give you a birthday song? Like a week later? Like a post week? You'll have to tell me, Rick Reed.
Happy birthday, Rick. We were here last week. Why don't you yell at us last week?
You were here last week. What's wrong with you last week? What, were you focused on your birthday and not just your hip? This is terrible. This is terrible.
Hopefully, he was doing something more fun than listening to our stupid show.
That could be. That could be. Thank you, Rick Reed. Well, Rob, I only call out what the Fleabags say. Rob, I'm not giving anyone airtime other than to say the Fleabag said that, certain people are wanting to cozy up to Lips, and I report on what I hear. I report on what I hear, whether it be gross or not. Well, you do you. I don't know. Hey Joe is here. Hi, Hey Joe. Hi, and Jesse-5. If they keep talking bad about my Clarkie, I'm going to get mad. Oh, Jess, they do. They do. They do. Well, they don't actually talk about Clark. They talk just about me. My birthday, says Darren, was last year and the year before and so on. Oh. Well, when it's your birthday this time? I asked last on Saturday and Jay said no. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
He never says no. He loves to make us listen to that crap.
Of course you can have a birthday song, Body Watcher. Happy birthday, you're not special. You're getting older, not much better. But I just wanted to embarrass you, and that's why I'm singing this song. So happy freaking birthday, Body Watcher. You're not special. But you're special to us, Body Watcher, and thank you for watching the bodies. Thank you, my friend. Hi, Happy. How are you? How are you, Happy? And thank you for the two, Rick Reed. But yes, they a lot was exposed. A lot was exposed. Rosalind Dukeson's a heap of shit. Rosalind Dukes in a heap of shit for not vetting her shit. So that happens. Okay.
Yep.
She's terrible. She's garbage.
I texted it to her last night just to make sure.
Yeah.
She knows she needs to start vetting her shit.
Yeah. Roz, do you ever enjoy getting hit in the face? That took a wrong turn. I tell you, I'm actually going to kind of peruse right past that, my friend.
Yeah.
Because it was quite disgusting. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, huh? Okay, you went there with that. Okay. Hi, Larrikin. How are you? How are you? And Mr. Landfill. Yes, that was quite disgusting. Hi, Randy. How are you, Randy? But yes, here's the thing. Hi, what's up? How are you? This is for Tammy J so she can take some notes. All right. Jay was alone and tired, didn't have a Snickers. That was true. I was alone last Saturday. That was true, Rick. I was alone. Yes, I get that. No, here's what happened. Hi, Lisa Rats. Tammy J. All right, I'm gonna go on. May I take the floor here, Ketchup?
Mm-hmm. Go
All
ahead.
right, Tammy J. Take some notes here. Why I'm talking about Ray is because Ray keeps accusing Just J Hip of sending Clark Stark to stalk his travel trailer to get a license plate number. Okay? Ray started this. He accused me of sending Clark, all right, to track down his travel trailer. That's what I know. All right. I didn't do anything. He started accusing me of something that he cannot prove and is not happening. All right. Clark Stark's not there. Okay. I know that much. I know who Clark Stark is. All right. It's not happening. Now, there could be some rando out there that maybe is. I don't know. But it's not on behalf of me or Clark Stark. All right, but he keeps saying it. So what do, Tammy J? I share a bunch of AI videos that are sent to me of Clark Stark stalking Ray's home because, well, it's fun. I even sent an email to Paint Chips telling Boner Crusher that Clark Stark does not live there and told him to seek help. All right? He didn't want to do that. He wanted to keep pushing it. Then, Tammy J, all right, keep taking notes. All right, get your note taker working. Okay? Then he says that people are attacking his son and daughters. Who? I feel like an owl here. Who?
Right?
Who is attacking his son and daughters? Nobody that I know of. I know of one thing that was said. He received an email, all right, from Paint Chips that said revenge porn of Megan Fox and Jeremy Hells. He sent it, Paint Chips sent it to Planet Earth, okay? Planet Earth. All right, he responded all, including to Megan Fox, and said, cool, I'll check it out. Okay? And so Megan Fox said, how would you like it if someone did that to your daughters? How would you like that, Ray? Wouldn't it be nice, would it? All right. And then all of a sudden, Ray went on this big thing of, they're attacking my entire family. No, it was an actual question, a rhetorical question. It was not a threat. All right. If he could see, the problem with Ray is he never comes with receipts. All right. He has nothing. He never comes with receipts of who is threatening him, who is threatening his family. That is why I can pick on Ray. And guess what? Because you're old, you don't get a free pass to run your mouth. All right. And I don't have to sit here and take it when he's talking about me stalking him through Clark Stark. All right. I'm not. What is he, David Gingras, and I'm Clayton Eckert all of a sudden, and I just got to sit there and take it for 9 months while he goes to the Sun Times and says I'm a terrible person? No, I don't have to just sit here and take it. All right, no, I'm gonna address it. And on top of that, I told everyone how much I enjoyed his show. And we had a good time watching it. I even told people to like and subscribe or watch me do the show. Hi, Ma'am Marsh. How are you? So, Tammy J, if you want to know why, all right, you don't get a free pass for being old. All right? That's not how this works. All right? I don't have to respect my elders if my elder is a lying piece of shit. All right? I don't have to do that. All right? I don't have to respect some shitbag, all right, just because he's old. That's not how this works. All right? But we'll get into that today. We will get into that today, and we're going to uncover some very wonderful, wonderful things in the world of Boner Crusher. As you know, we got through the second try. We got through life after your spouse passes on. And second try Saturday live with Ray yesterday. And now we also have third try
Oh,
Saturday.
can I add one thing on to what you just said?
Absolutely.
Absolutely no one, not me, not Jay, not Rogue, not Star, not Rosalind, none of us ever said anything about Ray's wife, either on stream or online, ever.
No, never
Just
mentioned that.
wanted to make that completely clear because she was accusing us of that too.
And quite frankly, anyone who probably did say, or who might have said something bad about Ray's wife and in the obit, well, quite frankly, I would be against that too.
Yeah,
That's not cool. So if you did that, quite frankly, that's a terrible thing to do.
it
Oh,
is. And that's Facebook garbage, and we don't participate in any of it.
yes, exactly.
So vet your shit. Okay, I'm
Exactly.
done.
Exactly. Thank you, Ketchup. And I'm about the same age as Ray, and I sure as heck don't get any free passes. And almost no one knows I'm a veteran because I never mention it. Well, thank you for your service, actual boomer. Thank you. Now, Ray, of course, he's a former veteran. Now, don't get mad at me. This is according to Gabe, all right? High as shit, Gabe. All right, made it very clear. You shouldn't attack a former veteran. All right, maybe do off the pot a little bit, Gabe. I'm pretty sure you don't retire your veteran status, but according to Gabe, okay, yeah. I did wish him my condolences for his loss on one of his videos. Well, thank you, Ross. See, I'm nice over here, and I've always said I like his show. I even said the other day he surpassed FLEABAGs with his show. That's how much I like it. All right, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful show, and I like covering Ray. And I just wish Ray would stop telling people I'm stalking him through Clark Stark with no proof whatsoever. But we got more. Hi, Rosie. How are you today, Rosalind? Oh, Roz,
Hey, Ross.
you're in some shit too. I'm going to tell you that, Roz. It's not looking good for you. It's not looking good. Fleabag's onto you. And she thought you might be the one who would actually investigate and tell the truth. But nope. Nope. The dummy has a picture, but he is ignoring me again. I sent it on X's face. I have a picture that you sent me on X. I don't have X opened up, Faith.
Rosalind said no, not yet, Faves.
I don't know which I don't. Well, hang on. Maybe I have something. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I do have that. I didn't have X pulled up there, Faith. Sorry. Don't yell at me. I didn't have it open. You have to tell me like you just did. But nice. Let me see. Here we go.
Well, the part I found funny was that Fleabag was like, he's an a-hole. Everybody should know that he's an a-hole. I'm like, hello? You're on the Late Show. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that already, except for you.
I know. Shouldn't they know that already? And then they said that I act like a child. I have a babysitter on nearly every stream I'm on. Why do you think that is? I've never claimed to be an adult. Everybody knows that about me. Oh, look, I do have a new mohawk. Mohawk green cone. Mohawk green cone. Look at that.
Cool.
It's American green cone. Hey, Volstorm. What are we complaining about today?
Afro cone.
Afro cone.
It's cool.
Well, Volstorm, we're complaining about them complaining about me covering Ray's stream for some reason because I don't know, because he's accusing me of stuff. And I guess he can do that, but I can't then watch your show. It's an odd move.
He
But
accused us of talking about his health,
yeah. But
saying he had dementia, which we said none of that.
no, actually, I said he's a 95th percentile. 95th percentile, doing pretty good. Made that very clear. I even backed him when I said 10th grade teachers apparently suck. All right?
That's right, you did.
Yep. I said,
And
yeah.
you used to be a teacher.
Yep. 10th grade teachers, they suck. All right? They shouldn't get a pay raise. Thank you, Faves. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, my friends. But yes, we have a wonderful green counter. Go check out Faves' channel, please. Go check out Faves. If you want a FLEACAP today, you better give Faves some subs, of course. Otherwise, you might end up with a no cap, you know? So go check out Faves. I'll drop a link in the chat if I can.
Sure you will.
There we go. I got a link in the chat already.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah. Or if somebody else.
I'm working on it right now.
Of course, you missed the joke. Yeah, Ballstorm, I usually do. I'm a little slow. Hi, Brenda Velasquez. How are you? And Linda Harvey. How are you, my friends? You guys are wonderful. And Krusty Old Witch gifted 5 Just J-Hip memberships. Thank you, Krusty Old Witch. If you get one of those, thank Krusty Old Witch. She works hard for her money, and we love her over here. She's delightful. So if you get one of those, thank her. Give her a hug. All right, maybe a light little peck on the cheek. And if you don't like the show, remember we're a couple of clown losers over here. So if you don't like the show, just remember, I'll send Gabe over to do your dishes. Yes, I will. Another skill set of Gabe. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Well, let's see what Ray's up to here. We got the chat pulled up in this one. This is pretty good. Let's go check it out. This is one of the shorter streams of the day. Where he starts it off with, I'll take this off the screen. We'll see it a little bit better. He types in, try this again. Third try, Saturday Live with Ray. Okay. Hi, Mac2023. How are you, my friend? Hi. How are you, my friend? I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget, Jeremy Helms is giving Just J-Hip $250 tonight on his live stream. Yes, J-Hip. $250. Wow, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that so much. I really do. But please, Jeremy, forward mine over to Robert Tower. Robert, you can have my $250. You can have my $250, Robert. And maybe you can get green again. Yes, maybe you can get green again. But yes, Jeremy Hills, when you give me my $250, just quickly send it right over to Robert Tower. Okay, there you go. Look at, I'm a nice guy. Look at that. Look at that. Well, let's see what Ray has to say. This should be good.
Try it again.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if it'll freeze up or not. I have no idea what's going on. Sometimes on Saturday morning, MediaCom is what we use for internet. It goes squirrely. There's a lot of people get on here over the weekend, and we're on a trunk out of southern Iowa. And I don't know if it needs repair or what. I'm tempted to go to another outfit that is fiber. So
I would suggest fiber. That's always good, actually, for the digestive system. I would suggest fiber. That's a good idea, Rick. That's a good idea.
Did he say he's on a trunk?
Yeah, he's on a trunk. he's on a trunk, and when you're on the trunk, as an employee, you're not eligible to win the 250J. Damn it. Yeah, but if I'm forwarding it to Robert Tower, then that would make sense, I think. I think it's okay. Please look for an email from me, says Rickles. I will look for it. Because I will need a palate cleanser at some point, Rickles. So yes, I will need a palate cleanser in between these streams. We have 4 of them. Some of them longer than others. We'll see how this one goes. Oh, but Noreen made it in. Hello, Noreen. I mean, in Rage Chat.
Most of the time, it works pretty good, but not always. I don't know what it has something to do with MediaCom. It's not my equipment at this time.
Yeah, that's good.
Kevin, see you there, Scampy Girl.
Hi, Scampy.
Noreen. John, I see you got back.
Hi, John.
I don't know if third time's a charm or not. Oh, maybe the good Lord don't want me on here today. I don't know.
That seems very reasonable. That seems very reasonable right there.
That makes more sense than the trunk thing.
The good Lord doesn't want him on today. See, now we're starting to make sense. By the way, Bonnie just gifted 20 Just J Hip memberships. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, my friend. If you get one of those, thank Bonnie. She works hard for her money, and she's a wonderful moderator over here. We love Bonnie. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Remember, we're clown losers over here. We try our best, but if you don't like the show, don't worry. I'll send Gabe over to your house to mulch your yard. Yes, I will. And Volstorm member for 5 months, Rob paid for 10 months, and look at Jack's mom for 10 months. You fine folks. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Yes, it might be a good chance that maybe the good Lord just doesn't want him on. Thank you again, Bonnie. I appreciate it. Mr. Landfill, oh my goodness. Maybe Robert Tower will get green again today. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. 20 Just J-Hip gifted memberships if you receive one of those. Thank Mr. Landfill. He works hard for his money, and we actually like him over here. He's pretty cool, and we like to hang out with Mr. Landfill, of course. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Yes, and remember, it's weird in here, but you'll get used to it.
Wow.
That was pretty good for a 20. That was a pretty good. Well, that was a good one. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. Well, we'll keep on trying. We'll keep on trying. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, Ray, he's going to do better here.
We just do the best we can to have a little fun.
Yep, that's where we go.
Oh, man. Yeah. Good morning, Tammy. I see you made it back. Steffi, you're back on.
They're starting to roll back in.
Oh, boy. I don't know if anybody else here in Iowa is having problems. MediaCom from where I'm at right here, it's hooked in more south of Iowa, the junction that I operate out of, apparently. Steffi's just not there. Yeah. I don't know why, but it seems like there's times where this channel is extra weak, and I've had trouble in the past, and I had them come out, and there was out here on the pole at the junction, there was a problem up there. There was apparently it was kind of open to the weather, and water got in there. And at the time, they said it was my equipment was bad. Well, come to find out, it was MediaCom itself. And I was down for over a week when it happened. And they never did reduce my bill, even though they said they would. They're not very good about taking care of customers. I can tell you that, especially if you're out in small towns or rural areas. And I'm on the last street in town in a small town.
Man, it's kind of like they don't take care of the hodunks. Ray's holding his head because you just got 40 new memberships? Well, actually, more than that, Rob Bate, because right behind
Wow.
Bonnie Heron. But thank you, Rob. Thank you, my friend. And we do have a new member. Actual Boomer became a new member. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Welcome to the hippies. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this the other night, but FLEABAG, she's going to be starting to do new content pretty soon.
Uh-huh. Sure she is.
Yeah, because, I mean, Jeremy Hales is played out. All right, sure, there'll be Sunday Spunday, but she's moving on to other trials that are starting shortly, and she's leaving this behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
How many times has she said that already?
748 times thus far.
And how many times has it happened?
0. Well, no, once. Remember, she did guardianship for 2
Oh, yeah.
years.
That's true.
Thank you,
That's true.
Bonnie, for another 20 gifted memberships. Thank you, my friend. Wow, that's so nice. If you get one of those, thank Bonnie. She's delightful. We love her. She's one of our favorite people over here is Bonnie Heron. Thank you.
She's the good Bonnie.
Good Bonnie. Good Bonnie. By the way, don't be copying our chat over here. It's completely illegal. We don't allow that. It's not allowed. Completely illegal. There will be no screenshotting chat over here. It's not allowed. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you so much, my friend. And remember, we're some clown losers over here. But if you don't like the show, don't worry. I'll send Gabe over to power wash your fence. He's getting more skilled as we go. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, my friend. Once again, I will return on Tuesday for retrial or trial rewatch of Cardi B. But because of last night, I had to address a few things, so I kind of had to do this today. Yes, don't screenshot. It's dumb to do, says Bonnie. Yep, don't do that. Don't do that. Sharing this chat is illegal. Yep, it's completely illegal. Tammy, when are you coming on the show, Tammy? By the way, Ray Bonerhead, one of my favorite shows on the channel, one of my favorite shows on the YouTubes. Check him out. Good show. I try and cover it when I can. Very, very good show. A dishwasher and a vent cleaner. This show sucks. Darren? Darren?
Let's see, Bearded. There you are. All right.
All right, says Bearded.
Noreen says Vermont has snow and ice. Noreen, I was out in Vermont quite a few years ago, and I drove over the pass up to where there's a sign at the top says highest point on the East Coast.
Oh. Well, that ended.
Well, that's not how you end a stream, Ray.
Yeah, Ray, that's not how you do that. Maybe the next one will be better.
What part of the mini-series are we on?
We're moving to part 4.
Oh, okay.
We did part 2. The first one he had to completely delete, all right? and then he did part 2, which we shared yesterday. And then we just did part 3. Now, part 4 is a little longer, and this is where it gets really saucy. This is where it gets really saucy. All right. This is where we're going to get all of our info, and he's going to break the news, I believe. Let me double check. I think he breaks the news on the wedding of the new couple. Let me see. Oh, yep. This is when he's going to break the news on the wedding. Should I jump ahead to that and then come back to the beginning?
No, don't do that.
Okay.
We're excited, but we'll get there.
I'll move it up to a little bit faster. Let's go back. Let's go to 1.25 speed.
Okay.
This will help us out because this one is 26 minutes. Okay, this is your big dog. This is your big dog here, Chup Chup. And we can keep an eye on the chat too here because I got the live chat replay on. This will be good.
Okay, now we're just using my computer. Nothing else.
Sounds good.
See, Ray, no headphones necessary.
Yeah. Well, maybe they are. That might be the problem with the show. I think YouTube revolted because there was no headphones, no walking. Say words.
I'm back for a little bit. I don't know how long. This time, I'm just using the computer. I don't have an extra camera hooked up.
Okay.
We just have to see how it goes.
Okay, we will. Hi, Ellie.
Try again. Yeah, you're right, Scampy. I have no idea what is causing all this problem. I suspect it's MediaCom, but I disconnected the camera I had on here. I'm just using the computer, nothing else. We'll see how it goes. I wasn't planning on staying on here very long anyway. Yeah, I'm back, Scampy. Wow. If I have problems this time, I'll wait till.
Do you know what that is, Ketchup?
No.
That's his Pepsi cup. That's his Pepsi glass. No lid on it. No lid on it. It's just his Pepsi glass. I seen this in a past stream where he showed everyone his Pepsi glass, and he doesn't have a lid on it. All right, it's just for Pepsi. And it's his Pepsi glass.
That's exciting.
Well, I thought I should let you know. Hi, Allie Riddle. How are you, my friend? Much love. Hi, Softly Spoken. Blossom, how are you? Flea didn't pay his internet bill. Yeah, that could be. That could be a problem. Wait, Robert has ticks. That's not good. That's not good.
Oh, no. Did he get them from Happy?
Yeah, no straw. No straw, Blossom. Nope, he just drinks right out of it. And hi, SMYDO54. S my dude. I don't know. But hi, how are you, my friend? How are you? His equipment went bad decades ago. that was funny. That was funny. Back to the show.
Late this afternoon and go back on. Maybe there'll be less traffic. It could be a overloaded trunk on my end here. It happens once in a while.
Overloaded trunk.
I'm hooked into somewhere down south of me, quite a ways, into their main trunk or whatever for down there. And once in a while, that screws things up. Now, if it freezes up again, I'm just going to go off for this morning and say the heck with it. I'll come back late this afternoon and hope that things work out.
I don't think you will. I think if it goes down again, you'll pop right back on, is my guess. But who am I to foreshadow? Don't want to foreshadow. Hi, Renee's Retro Relics. How are you, my friend?
It's kind of a pain. Maybe Maybe the good Lord don't want me to talk about my rant today. That could be too.
You did this already.
Things like that happen. You just do the best you can with what you have to work with.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uncle Mike, good morning.
Hi, Uncle Mike. Chat's not moving.
Is there anyone in
It
there?
wasn't me, Scampy.
There,
There's a couple other Rays on there, Ray Toller and
I can't get it.
a guy named Big Ray. So there's at least three of us that go by Ray on her channel. Yeah, I hope everybody does have a good weekend.
It might be when he replayed the thing.
Mhm.
It might be that maybe he lost chat because it's not pulling up for me. So,
Oh, okay.
because that's what happens sometimes when you're trying to fix a stream, and maybe they got stuck in the trunk. A trunk is what they used to call a switch when we used dial-up. Well, he's got that AOL CD in there, Ross. I sent him some more. I'm a giver. I give. And Fleabag yelled at me when I'm giving. I'm sending over those AOL CDs. I'm doing the Lord's work over here. And by the way, if you haven't checked out Bonehead, wonderful show. Go check him out. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite shows on YouTube. I think it's terrific. Check him out. All right. And maybe check out a little Revenge Prawn in your free time. That's always good too. Hi, Harley Munchie. How are you, Harley? I like Harley. Harley's nice.
Out there. It's going to be hot. Man, I'll tell you.
It's going to be hot.
It's been a long time since I've seen 90s, and we're supposedly, I'm going to get it here. So.
Do words.
Yeah. Anyway, one of the reasons I went live today is it looks like it's just not me they're going after, it's my family. And it's unfair as far as I'm concerned. I don't like it. That's why I'm on here to say something about it. There's probably not much I can do about it. The airways out there are pretty much open to anybody that wants to go out there and pursue their thing. Now, just to let you know, I have no intention of going after them or their kids or their families. That's their mode of operation. That's on them. I don't believe in that kind of crap. And why they would choose to do something like that on innocent people, I have no idea.
I have no idea either, Ray. Who are you talking about? You've never, other than Megan Fox saying, how would you feel if someone did this to your family member? Who has threatened a family member of yours, other than I heard some people might have said something nasty about maybe, or mean about your ex-wife, or about your wife who passed? Seriously, when it comes to your son or daughters, who said anything? Who?
We had nothing to do with any of the comments about his wife or any of his family members, period.
Yes, but he blames, apparently it's all Megan Fox and Doug, and apparently later in the stream, just J-Hip. All right, I haven't done anything to you. All right, but he keeps running off the story, all right, with no proof whatsoever. He never proves anything, doesn't pull up a screenshot, he doesn't do shit. Oh no more butterscotch candies from Ray that's been in his pocket for 11 months. No more Werthers.
Right? Yeah, Ray. We're gonna need to see, like, who told you this? And did they show you this? Because we'd like to see it.
I would like to see any receipt, Ray. Anything. Just one receipt where somebody did this, not Megan Fox saying, how would you feel if? That is not coming after your family. That's a rhetorical question. All right, to try and get an answer out of you, but you won't do so. No. All right, but, well, we'll see. Maybe he'll answer those questions.
I'm
And nobody
assuming
knew he had a
that
son.
I had no idea. I
Me
still
neither.
I guess it's true. But yeah.
they're running out of stuff to talk about, and they're doing anything they can out there to make the drama worse. And of course, when they get somebody like me to respond to it, then they're going to get to talk about it for their next show. It provides something for another hour, or whatever it is. But fine, do it. Do what you have to do. It shows you how ignorant people can be.
No, I'm not ignorant. No, Ray. I mean, actually, it's not just the next hour. All right, I probably have another. Well, let's see. We did 51 minutes, so probably another hour and 10 minutes, probably or so, before I get to a FLEACAP. So, well, we're there. So, no, don't sell yourself short, Ray. All right, it's not just an hour. I got time. You did a mini series here. All right, where you talk shit about me. I mean, all right.
I try not to use names that are derogatory and uh, not call people out too much. I know that we're all different in our opinions and how we operate. It's unfortunate that we have people like that that like to put things out over the internet that are untrue. They're talking, I guess, now about my finances, whether I'm going to sell or not sell. Uh, they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see how much of it sticks.
Um, who is talking about whether he's going to sell or not sell? Anyone? Can you point me in the direction of a channel where this has happened? I mean,
Yeah, I never heard anything like that.
he's not on Facebook, so it can't be from Facebook. Um, hmm. He made content out of this fake news for over a month. Hypocrite. He's been making content about just J Hip and Clark Stark now for 3 months, Rosalind Duke. Over 3 months.
You know
He's
what, Roz? Maybe she has a point, Jay. Maybe he's making all this up just for something to stream about.
maybe he wants the content. Is that
Right.
oh
Right. I never thought of that
I think that's what he's doing. Yep, he's throwing
because
my
it's so ridiculous. Think about it. Like,
I sent an email over to Paint Chips where I told this guy, if you're going to continue to say that Clark Stark is stalking you on my behalf, I'm going to run with that storyline. And I'm going to share a bunch of AI videos, of course, of Clark Stark, stalking your home for fun. Because, well, what am I supposed to do? All right. I have fun over here. It's called fun. All right. You should try it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, to have fun, but well, Ray doesn't like fun.
Uh, it says Scampy caught some feminist video yesterday, and they were saying that you're just paranoid. It made me so mad. Look, I'm not paranoid about somebody coming down here on my property. I live in a small town. They know who it is. They're handling it on their own. It's not a great big deal. It took me a month to find out who it was. That's all. I spread the word around here that I needed to know who was coming down here and taking pictures. They told me, and that's about all it's been here in town. Now
good
today,
Lord, Ray.
I got a phone call, and it seems like somebody decided to dump some broken glass on my frontage out here.
Yep, that was Clark Stark. Clark Stark, he dumped the broken glass out there. Yep, hi Cynthia and Kitty Pants here and after. How are you? Hi Chris. How are you? Yes, yep. I had Clark Stark go break some glass out there. Very standard. I always do that. Well, this is the thing. First we get the license plate. After that, we always we always dump the broken glass. This is standard with any type of stalking event. You start off with some pictures, all right, the ghillie suits, you sneak up. Sometimes you get lazy and you park at the Casey's, but you always end up with some broken glass on his frontage. On his frontage.
Well, Clark probably thought he was safe doing it in the front because
Well,
Ray
yeah,
pees on the side.
Yeah, you can't pee out there, so it's a safe space. Safe space. Tammy J, do you understand why now I'm covering this? He's been making accusations about Just J Hip and Clark Stark now for months. What do you want me to do? What, I just have to eat shit? I mean, seriously, is that, well, he's old, so I guess I just have to eat shit. And that's what I have to do? No. I'm going to make fun of it. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, and not only that, but he's telling law enforcement, he's taken his computer there, he's gone over and taken pictures of someone's house that he doesn't even know.
Yes. And I know a lot about Clark Stark. I know he doesn't live there. You know what's funny, though? My understanding is Clark Stark owns property in Iowa, but not next to Ray, and he doesn't live there. All right. But Ray cannot stop. It's in his head. And I'm not saying that there's nobody stalking you in your own hometown, because quite frankly, if I was you and I went over to some stranger's home, all right, and started videotaping their cars, all right, they might be like, who's this weirdo? And then they start doing it to you. I don't know. But it has nothing to do with me. But trust me, he's going to keep accusing me. Oh, yes. Maybe Tammy J's intentionally lying to Flea to stir the pot. That could be. Tammy J, are you listening to the show here?
Tammy usually sets her straight, though. The
What?
problem, Roz, is people will send her a screenshot from the chat or just like a clip of the stream, and that's all she'll watch. She won't actually watch the stream.
Yes.
She'll just take their word for it in the chat that it happened.
She hasn't even watched your stream, Rosalind, but she's still talking smack about you.
Yeah.
She actually, did you see when she was reading Coop's notes that she got? And she's like, well, here it says that LMNOP can't even account for the asterisks. What's that? I don't know what that is. The asterisks? The asterisks. And then later on, she comes to the conclusion that dummy who was sending her notes, all right, was meaning to type assets. All right, but of course, the dummy taking the notes, probably illiterate Tammy or illiterate somebody else, probably John Crook, wrote in asterisks. All right, what? What? Couldn't account for asterisks. That don't make sense. I don't understand that one. Jesus shit. These people. But Josie says, good Lord, you guys are extra funny this morning. Well, that's our goal. That's our goal. I run a comedy show over here of entertainment. Fleabag, you should try it. It's called entertaining. It's a show. All right. I entertain people with Chup Chup and the wonderful, delightful chat. And any other guest that's ever on the show, what we do is we entertain. All right. You know, we don't just go whine and cry about Jeremy Hells for 38 hours a week. I mean, you know, it's a thing. Oh, man.
They're not frontage, but to the side, I have property on a corner here, and it's a half acre. So, and the problem with it is, there's a highway goes by, and the school is clear on the edge out here where the city limits is. It takes the kids from town here and also the country to that school. And a lot of times they walk this path that's next to the highway here. Highway 63 is what it is. And now with all that broken glass, I got to figure out how I can get it all up. It's hard on bicycles if they use bicycles out there. It's hard on their shoes if they're walking, or flip flops, whatever they're using. And there's town people walk past here because out here about would be about a quarter of a mile. Well, it's over a quarter of a mile, but there's a general dollar store down there. These people that do crazy shit like that, and I know it's harassment. That's just the way it is. But it's kind of shitty to do stuff like that. I've never directed or put somebody in a direction of any of these videos out there. Never done it. They're the ones that decide that they want to come on and cause me a problem here in my hometown, or not, it's not a hometown, it's the town I live in. They're the ones that are choosing to go after my kids. They're the ones that used my father's obit to harass me on, I guess it was Facebook. I don't have Facebook, by the way. I'm just going by what somebody else told me. My wife, when we did her obit.
Once again, I'm just going by what somebody told me. I don't know if anything's true or not. This is what somebody told me. All right. Once again, all right, implying that just J.Hip or Clark Stark's responsible for some sort of stalking or broken glass. That's not a thing. I didn't do shit to you, Clark. Or I didn't do shit to you, Ray. Clark didn't do anything to you. All right, you're struggling on this one with no proof, just making accusations. And Fleabag and Tammy J, if you want to know why I'm covering it, by the end of this 28-minute stream, you'll understand why. Because he implies it's me. All right, that's why. All right, if you want to protect this old ass piece of crap, all right, then tell him to shut his mouth about just J-Hip. I've never done a damn thing to him other than cover his wonderful, wonderful videos with glee. And suggest everyone go check out Ray Boner Crusher. He's hilarious. He's wonderful. I think Ray is referring to people saying his family needs to take his internet away. Yes, they do. They need to take his internet away. Yes. I'm not bringing his family into it. I'm suggesting they get into it. Like with him, not with me. I want no part of his family. I could care less. Do your own thing, Ray. But you're the one who keeps bringing up me and accusing me of stuff. I've done nothing to you, my friend. Nothing other than promote your channel as a wonderful, wonderful channel. Yet. Thank you, Puzzler. I'm going to kind of pop forward just a little bit because he's going to sit. I think he's going to talk about his wife a little bit.
Which was in our hometown. Can no longer put positive comments, any comments at all, because one of those people out there. And yet they enjoy using her as a subject. Now, this part about where somebody thinks I'm paranoid. Gentlemen, is there anybody out there who really believes that I'm paranoid?
Yes.
I'm not
100% Ray.
If I say that somebody said something or is doing something, that you can take that just as gospel. I'm just telling you, that's the way it is. I don't add to my comments to dramatize them, to make them bigger. I've been on this thing over 10 years. And believe it or not, that's the first time I've been accused of anything like that, of being paranoid.
Ray, the entire chat is saying me, I do. Everyone's saying I do. Clark Stark saying bullshit. You're paranoid. Yes, maybe there's someone in town who does not like you. Are they involved with just J-Hip or Clark Stark? No. See, that would be what's called a assumption and maybe paranoia. Yes, we're all saying you're paranoid if that's what you really believe, that just J-Hip needs to know where your travel trailer is and wants the license plate off of it.
You can't tell that's a joke. I don't know what to do for him.
Ray,
I mean,
when you drive on the street, your license plate is then available to everyone traveling around you. It's not a hidden secret. All right, but well,
I tried to give him advice yesterday. I told him he should cover it up.
yeah, cover it up. Get one of those soft set plates. Get a soft set plate.
Yeah, order one of those.
Go soft set, Ray. Once again, I've done nothing to this guy. He accused me of shit, and ever since then, I'm like, well, since you want to be in the game, I play a game over here. It's called Jay Has Fun, and I laugh, and everyone else laughs, and you don't do as much laughing for some reason. I don't know. Walk into the joke. You know, your buddy Paint Chips called me a stupid pearhead. You didn't see me freaking out about that, did you? Well, all in good fun. I think he's a lying piece of shit with a dash of Delulu. Me too. Me too. Hey,
Aren't
James,
they all, Ross?
but James Francis was a member for 3 months. Thank you, James. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. But yes, I've done nothing. Hey, Amber, how are you? I've done nothing to this poor man other than react to him accusing me of shit. We'll continue on. Here we go.
My first things that I put up years ago were more technical, and people would come in, make comments, we'd talk back and forth that way. Not a big deal. And this thing here, getting involved with this thing in Otter Creek, I just happened to see it on there and made a couple of comments, and it was like you disturbed the hornet's nest. And they come unglued. And what it is, when they run out of things to talk about, eventually they find somebody they figure is vulnerable and they go after them. And that's what's happening here. I don't know how to describe it, as far as, I'm out here where they can't really touch me, but there's nuts that live in small town USA, and they do bullshit stuff. They just do. They want to be a part of the group. And maybe they can get more vicious in a small town. Who knows? I can tell you that the friends I have here are watching out for me. I'm not worried about somebody walking up to my door, because they probably wouldn't get that far. I've been here over 22 years, be 23 here pretty quick. And they know me very well, and their kids know me. Matter of fact, this guy's young enough that when I did, he was going to school right down here. The fact that he chose to be a mouthpiece for J-Hip or whatever. And
OG, why do you think I'm covering Ray Boner Crusher? Tammy J, are you still listening? Fleabag. I don't live there. And I never had. I never went to school there, says Clark Stark. But apparently Clark Stark is a mouthpiece for Just J-Hip. Once again, Tammy J, if you want to know why I'm covering Ray Boner Crusher, it's for this reason. You just mentioned me again. And yes, I'm going to laugh at him, make fun of him, and feed into this delusion that Just J-Hip is doing anything to this man. Yes, I'll play another video of Clark Stark raiding Ray's home. Of course, another AI video. Why? Well, if he's gonna have a little cry session over it, Just J-Hip's gonna have a fun time with it. It's the show. Michael says, you rock, Jay. You rock, Michael R. But yes, that's the thing. If you call me out, you know what? I like to play. It's my sandbox. I like to play. It's my sandbox. You remember when Lips didn't like my sandbox and she sent me an email and said, I don't want to be in like your sandbox, whatever you call it anymore. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, whatever you call it. Yeah, I throw sand in your face. I'm not a nice player in the sandbox. All right, yeah, that's kind of how it works. I don't know what you guys want out of me. Well, I don't know what the Fleabags and ever Tammy J and anyone else wants out of me. He just called me out and said the fact that he chooses to be a mouthpiece for J-Hip, and I have no clue what the living hell he's talking about.
now that there's a couple other videos out there, I think it's Tug and Megan, whatever, decided to talk about it too. And they guess all around me. They say I'm strange or whatever. Do any of you think that I'm strange? Because I don't. Maybe I just been out of it so long, I have no way of judging others. Not that I want to try.
I kind of think you're strange, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because you're imagining all of this in your head.
Yes. I
None of it is real. That's why we're making fun of it.
If I was involved in some sort of stalking scheme with Ray, do you not think that the police and wherever he lives would have contacted me? I have not made myself a private individual. Everyone knows my address. Everyone knows my name. Everyone knows everything about me. All right. They should have contacted me or Clark Stark by now. They've done nothing. That is why I raise issues with Ray Bonacrusher. If there's truly someone stalking him, why are the police not involved? And then he says, well, it's a civil matter. Stalking is not a civil matter, Ray. It's criminal. The police should be contacting me, and I'll have a good time with it. I really will. I'll enjoy it. By the way, Ray, I wanted to tell you, excuse me, Clark, I want to tell you, wonderful job with the latest pictures I got of Ray's house. Is wonderful. I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you very much, Clark, for getting those pictures over to me of Ray doing work around us. He was painting those dilapidated buildings around his yard.
Oh, the disintegrating ones?
Yeah, the disintegrating ones. Yeah, I got pictures of those. Thank you so much, Clark, for getting those for me. Once again, I'll always feed into the delusions.
Did you get pictures of the glass too?
Oh yeah, yeah, I got pictures of the glass.
All over Ray's frontage?
I got pictures of him smashing the glass on Ray's frontage. It's amazing.
Wow, Clark. You got all up on Ray's frontage?
Hi, Zach, and yeah, thank you for getting all up in there on his frontage. That was nice.
I've been accused of being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
The good Lord tells us what to look for. And if I've used some way of judging somebody outside of the Bible, please let me know. Anytime you want to know whether it's righteous or not to do something, go in there. He'll tell you. It tells you about protecting yourself. It tells you about who to stay away from. And the Lord just gives you those things. You don't have to make the judgment. He does it for you, and you can follow his conscript. Yep. A lot of people just don't know what things are about really in real life.
You know, a lot of people don't know what things are really about really in real life.
Mm-hmm. Especially Ray.
Hi, Linda Laser. How are you, my friend? And Jack's mom says, you can't use logic with them. You would be more convincing if you said you and Clark went to Houston just because. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. And everyone knew Clark was down in Florida at FLEABAG's place. All right? We've already made this very clear. Wait, Roz, no, he was talking about the Bibble. The Bibble.
Oh.
He uses the Bible to judge people. Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does. Hey, Coop, how are you? Thank you, Jack's mom, for the 5. And also, I do have to thank Jack's mom for the 5 Just J-Hip gifted memberships. Thank you, Jack's mom. If you receive one of those, thank Jack's mom. She works hard for her money, and we appreciate her over here. We really, really do. And she's wonderful. She's a good friend, and we love her. And we even kind of like Jack a little bit. A little bit. Thank you so much, Jack's mom. I'm sorry I got distracted because, hang on. Cat's Tiny Kitchen says, I've been listening and lurking. I could use prayers, warriors. My hubby's in the hospital. All prayers are appreciated. Well, of course, Cat's Tiny Kitchen. We'll be praying for your husband. Everyone, please be praying for Cat's husband, who is in the hospital. Let's make sure we pray for Cat's husband. We're here for you, my friend, of course. Let us know if there's anything we can do for you, my friend, of course. That's terrible. Or, as the FLEABAGs would say, no, I'm not even going to do that. But no, we'll be praying for you, Cat's time catching, definitely, and I hope everything works out for your husband, of course. But yes, we'll be thinking of you, my friend. And Juliet with a super sticker. Thank you. Thank you for the cool super sticker of love. Thank you, my friend Juliet. Thank you, leg warmer lady. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate that, my friend. I thought maybe we would take a break and do a little bit of a palate cleanser before we get to the breaking news of who got married on the anti-hell side. What do you think about that, Chup Chup? Would that be okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I was thinking we could share a little audio coffee. What do you think about that?
Oh, cool.
Here we go. I got a song from Audio Coffee. Sit tight here.
There's a camera from Fleeca staring straight across the lane. Not at trees or sky or pigeons, but the neighbor's house again. Right into the garden, through the roses, past the shed, like a nosy metal eyeball with a swivel in its head. So the neighbor filed a grievance with a slightly angry sense, and the Hayes declared emergency. We're building a bigger fence! Build the fence, build it tall, higher than the garden wall. If Fleeca spies across the yard, we'll build a fence absurdly hard. Posts, blanks, nails immense, welcome to the Ministry of Fence. Well, privacy's been violated, said the neighbor with a groan, so compensation seems appropriate, perhaps another home. The Hayes said white construction teams assemble with a vim. A condominium beside the fence should settle things for him. Build a fence, build it wide, add a barn house to the side. If Lisa's lens begins to roam, we'll build the neighbor a second home. Posts, blanks, nails immense, welcome to the Ministry of Fence. Now plumbing, cried the foreman with a clipboard and a grin. 2 toilets for the residents and one that's blue and thin. A porta potty proudly placed beside the massive beams to symbolize the plumbing of Lisa's broken schemes. Build the fence, add the loop. Actually, let's add 2 and 1 bright blue beside the gate in case the plumbing runs too late. Post, blanks, nails immense, welcome to the Ministry of Fence. And heaters, yelled the architect while waving in the breeze. 1 correct and 1 completely wrong installed with equal ease. For balance and confusion in the piping of the land. 2 water heaters proudly standing slightly badly plumbed. Is the wrong one necessary? Absolutely. Why? Symmetry. Build the fence, install the tanks, bolt them poorly to the planks. If Lisa promised things before, we'll build them all, and maybe more. And what about the monument? The planning clerk then cried. The memorial she promised, but mysteriously denied. So they built a granite structure next to fence support event. A memorial to the memorial that never happened. Memorial, 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 memorial for the memorial never built. Granite slabs of bureaucratic guilt. But wait, exclaimed the neighbor with a festive little cheer. If we're building things this silly, we must celebrate the year. So they planned a Christmas party by the mighty wooden wall, with presents for the cousins, pets, and second cousins, twice removed and all. Build the fence, build it grand, add a feast for all the land. Turkey gifts, a festive dance, all thanks to the Ministry of Fence. Now the fence fence blocks out the sunshine and the barndominium looms. Two toilets flush in harmony while heaters hum their tunes. The blue porta potty glistens like a beacon by the gate, and cameras on the fence now stare at Fleecer's yard with equal weight. Build the fence! Raise it higher, add surveillance wire attire. If Lisa films the neighbor's place, we'll build a wall in her own face. All hail the Ministry of Fence. And somewhere in the distance, Fleecer squints across the lane and quietly realizes she may have slightly started this.
Well, there you go, Audio Coffee. Thank you, Audio Coffee. That was wonderful. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was great.
That was great, Audio Coffee. Go check out Audio Coffee. Give Audio some love. I love Audio Coffee. Always with some new stuff out there. Thank you, Audio Coffee. As we take a little break from Ray, but we'll get back because we got the breaking news is coming in here. The breaking news is we got just 14 minutes left of this wonderful video here. Breaking news. Sit tight. Just Jay Hip knows what he's doing here. Hang tight.
That I try to live a decent life. And maybe they're jealous of that. I have no idea. I made my peace with the Lord a long time ago, and I'm not worried about where I'm headed for eternity. I'll get there someday. He just chose not to take me right away. I guess maybe I've got to be a little more deserving before I get to join my wife. But I'm not worried. I'm sure I'm going to join her someday. That's my belief, and it keeps me comfortable in the life that I'm leading right now. Now, as far as being lonesome, after over 60 years of being married, anybody's been married as long as I was is going to be lonesome, and it affects you in your everyday life. As far as I know, I don't think I've lost any friends in the last year, 2 or 3 years or 4 years, whatever it's been that this thing has been going on. That maybe you guys have an idea how to handle some of this stuff. I'm not here to preach fire and brimstone or anything like that, and I'm not making accusations as far as going after somebody. I'm not going to do that. Why would I?
He's not making acquisitions.
Well, he's actually acquired a bunch of bad friends over the last few years.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Acquisitions?
I don't know, but I mean, as far as the friend thing goes, the friends he's accumulated haven't done much good for him. They got him in a lawsuit. They're letting him believe ridiculous stories.
Yeah, this is really weird.
And look foolish online.
At his age, he doesn't know if he's lost any friends. Well, that's true. Well, he has lost some. I mean, well, he's old. I mean, not being totally, well, okay.
Things that are against the law are against the law, and I'm not going to cross that line. These people, they're going to, the viciousness that they use to attack people with verbally and morally will be returned to them many times over. Once they're known for doing all this stuff, this underhanded, dirty, mouthy, name-calling stuff, I don't know how they can live with themselves.
I'm being mouthy. Chub, and why don't you get any blame for this? I'm the one who's being mouthy. Why don't you get any blame for this, Chub?
I don't know. Me and Star always seem to slide under the radar.
I know, and I'm the one who's apparently being mouthy. This is terrible. I'm sorry for being so mouthy. I didn't even know that was a damn thing. I could be mouthy. Hi, Simba. That just, well, that was weird. Hey, look, we got to 2 giveaways today. Thank you, Mom Bear Leah. 5 Just J Hip gifted memberships. Thank you, my friend. If you get one of those from NBL, Remember to tell her you love her and thank her. And remember, it's weird in here, but you'll get used to it.
Well,
Meow. Mom Bearlia likes the meow, I know that much. Thank you, Mom Bearlia. Thank you, my
so
friend.
does that damn Liz Barnes.
I- Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for being mouthy, Ray.
I don't know how they can sleep at night.
No,
I
you're
don't know how
not.
their families can stand it. Because if they're doing that on somebody like me, they don't know me from Adam. I'm telling you something. They don't know me, period. What do you think family thinks of them? Do you think that they get trusted by others, the people that know them, that have to be around them every day? I doubt it. They've traded their sanity and their soul for money. Look at it. If it wasn't for the money that they make off from the internet, they wouldn't be doing this. I'm on here because it became a hobby, and it's by accident.
It's a hobby for me too, Ray. But I get paid pretty good. But no, it's just a hobby for me too, Ray. Just so you know. Hobby. I'm hobbying over here. This is like my hobby horse. Just over here having fun. But yeah, I mean, you're the one who's doing the rant about just J-Hip stalking you. Alright? Not me. I'm not doing a rant about just J-Hip stalking you. You are. Alright, well,
I'm a side sleeper too, Ross.
I sleep in all different directions. I think I have RLS. I think I have the restless leg syndrome.
That I found this drama going on. Now, there's a lot of people out there that I like. I like the way they think.
I like
The
it.
people that come in to hear, very few of them cause problems. And I don't know of any of you that go to other channels and raise Cain and do things to make their life miserable. I thought we were all of the same mind. Quite frankly, I still feel bad about Michelle and John and their little child. And the reason I don't use her name very often is because I don't want to make her center point of this whole drama thing. John and Michelle are trying to be good parents to this child. And people that use her as a medium to attack the parents don't realize it, but the damage they do to a parent is always transcribed on the child.
Now, this is Jeremy Hill's problem. He is causing all these problems with the child because of the problems he caused with the parent when she put the nasty signs up all around his property. You should have thought about that, Jeremy Hills. This was terrible on you. You should have thought about that before you attack somebody for putting signs up all around your property, calling you an Ohio harpist. Yep, you should have thought about this. You're attacking a child through a parent. This is terrible. Mom
Yeah.
Bearlia.
Should have just kept your mouth shut.
Oh, Mom Bearlia says I made no meow deal with ketchup, so no meows needed. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know about the deal. My bad. My bad.
You did? I thought it was just for that one time, Mom Bearlia.
I didn't know it was going forward either. I didn't know, but okay, going forward. Now we know. There we go.
Well, let's see. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, let's see how Ray feels about it after he sees the property in person when he goes down there.
Yeah, he's going to spend some time down there. It should be a good time. Thank you, Mom Bearlia. Thank you, my friend. Oh, well, I like where things are going with Ray. He's getting fired up here.
And she'll pay dearly for that when she gets into high school because kids are going to pick on her over it. I don't think it's fair.
No.
But now, I mean, my children are grown.
Yeah.
And I'm being threatened with them going after my kids. Why? Why would they do that? What in God's name makes them have the audacity to pull that kind of shit? Plain language. Plain language.
That really pisses
Now,
me
some of the
off
language
every
I
time
use,
he says it.
that's just.
What's that?
Really pisses me off every time he says that.
Yeah, well,
it's a bold-faced lie.
Yep, just going after his family. Just J.F. I remember, I was talking to his daughter the other day. And, no, I was not doing that because I have no interest. Hey, Dr. DeMost is here, ready to schedule your annual exam. Dr. Tomost is here ready for you to get your well, get your proctology exam set up. Yes.
Yep.
Doctor.
Jay'll take 2 of those.
Yep. Well, no. Ketchup says I'll take 2 and see you in the morning. Yep. Ketchup wants 2 of them every day.
No, I was signing you up for 2.
Well, like I say, I'm not monetized. I don't have to kiss somebody's butt to give my opinion or my rant. And that's what it is today. It's a rant.
Yeah.
Now, I choose not to go into their channel and look at it because I don't need the bullshit in between. I'm not going to let something drive my blood pressure up, or I know they've made their little thing. Oh, Ray, he's going to have a heart attack or whatever because of this. You get so excited about something. A lot of times I choose my words, so I talk a little slower. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not because I'm so elderly, I can't talk. I have health issues like everybody else my age. I take good care of myself.
Good job.
I talk to my kids on a regular basis.
That's nice.
I haven't isolated myself from neighbors or friends. The company I worked for when I retired over 16 years ago, the former president of that company calls me every single year. The former office manager of that company still calls me here at home.
Well, Jesus, shit, Ray. You're telling me you worked at a company and they still call you to, like, what, see how you're doing? That's amazing. One of the most amazing feats that's ever taken place on planet Earth.
Someone that knows him still calls him.
Yeah, apparently somebody who knows him and considered him a friend still calls him. Huh. Never seen that happen before. First time. Yep. I agree with Ketchup. It pisses me off every time he says people are going after his family. And he never says who. Who? Tammy J. FLEABAG. Who? That's all we want to know. Who is going after his family? Oh, yeah, they do call him. They call him 3 times a year, sometimes Clark. That is correct. I had Clark check into this for me. Yeah, they call him once a year, Ross. Once a year, but sometimes 3.
Every year. This year, they called me 3 times.
3 times? There it is.
That's like being in a family. That's the kind of people I worked for most of my life. When I was in the big corporate atmosphere where I traveled the whole United States, and I also was over engineering in other countries. I had a good reputation. I passed top security.
Had is a good point there. He had a good reputation. Yes, I remember. That was before you started watching the Revenge Prawn with your alleged Christian buddies. Now, I understand I'm not as Christian as you, Ray, because when I get an email that says Revenge Prawn, I usually don't say, cool, I'll check it out. But, and I also don't respond to the person that the Revenge Prawn is about. But, well, we all have a different way of doing things. It's okay. I'm with you. All right, siding with Ray on this one. Feeling comfortable.
Clearances to be on nuclear sites. I worked with the government on different sites, including the TVA system.
What?
It's not that I don't have a
the fuck is the TVA system?
I have no clue.
Well, he was involved with it. I don't know. I guess he built it. So.
Past. It is a past. It was my wife and I had a good time. We've seen the United States. We got to do a lot of things. And when I got into retirement, I thought this was heaven. And until my wife died, this was our heaven. We loved it.
Right.
These people out there that attack, it's like being a bunch of those sand fleas attacking you when you happen to step off a rowboat and you get on an island and all of a sudden you look down your ankles and they're full of these little black specks biting you. That's what they are.
We're sand fleas. I thought we were Pond Scum Posse before. Now we're sand fleas. I mean, from one case to another, you go from Pond Scum Posse to a guess saying Flea Posse. My,
Oh, and I've never bit anyone.
we might have to start a new thing, saying Flea Posse in the house.
No. The only fleas around Ray are his own friends.
Saying Flea Posse. Oh no. Oh no. We have a new Jingress on our hands. Oh no.
I hope none of you had to go through this bullshit like I am.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to know what it's like to live under it for years, you can ask John or Michelle.
Yeah, that's John.
It doesn't matter whether you like them or not. All they want is a normal life. And people like me, all we ask for is that somebody would give them a little latitude and let them have that life.
A little latitude? I'm paying for them to stay alive. I go to work 5 days a week so I can pay my taxes, so John Crook and Elemental B can be alive and not dead. I'm working my tail off for him over here. What is he talking about here, Chop Chop?
I don't know, but clearly Ray hasn't watched the Trespass 5 video where they had to move Lloyd's stuff off the property.
Yeah.
Lynette was carrying and throwing around big heavy shelves and buckets and...
Hey, maybe Ray hasn't seen where his buddy Paint Chips and Paint Chips' dad included a court filing. All right, with a picture of my friend with a bunch of adult toys all around her face, saying so and so likes it big and black. All right, but apparently, no, Ray's cool with that. Oh, we'll get to that. Trust me. He's going to mention it. Yeah, dirtbag. He's going to actually mention it. All right, screw you. All right, listen. I don't owe this guy anything for being my elder. All right, I don't. I don't have to respect my elder when you're a piece of shit. Go hang out with Paint Chips and go hang out with Vomit. Go hang out with your buddies. All right, but leave me out of it. Screw you. You suck, brah. All right, and your friends suck. And I can say that every single day. I don't care. All right, that's who you are. You are the person who supports that nasty behavior. And quite frankly, you're going to do it on this stream. You're going to support it on this freaking stream. All right, jackass. All right, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little outspoken when it comes to my friends. But quite frankly, you once again support this shit on your stream. And don't claim that you don't know what I'm talking about. You know perfectly well what I'm talking about. And Tammy J, don't claim you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know about the court filings of Richard A. Luthman Sr., all right, and Richard A. Luthman Jr., and the nasty shit that they threw into a court filing with pictures and videos of my friends where they manipulated stuff and made nasty memes. Fuck you, bitch. All right, I'll be honest with you. Ray, all right, I'm not even say do your research. He's done his research and he's chosen who he wants to hang out with, and he's hanging out with garbage. All right, you want to hang out with garbage, all right, then you're going to get treated like garbage. I don't owe you shit because you're old as hell. All right, fuck you. All right, that's what I'm going to tell you. Screw off and fuck you, old man, and stop saying I'm stalking you. All right, because I clearly am. Ray forgets he walked himself into this. Of course he did. Of course he did.
Maybe take a better look at your friends that are around you, Ray.
Yeah.
Like Paint Chips abusing a blind elderly man, involving him in a huge criminal scheme, which resulted in him going to prison.
Thank you, Rampy. But no, this shit pisses me off when Ray pretends not to know who his friends are. He pretends. And, oh, we're going to get to that. Hang on. Just sit tight, folks. He's going to educate us on paint chips at some point here. We got 7 minutes left.
I don't know how else to explain it, folks. But you're sure welcome to repeat it and tell everybody else how you feel. That's our right as a United States citizen. And I have not done nothing outside of that right. I don't make threats to people. I have no intention of taking somebody's life, even though I've been accused of having a killer mind. Yeah. These people with those videos, those creators are accusing me of having a killer mind.
Well, you were making insinuations, Ray, and counting bullets.
He was. And he's like, oh, I was just talking with John Kirk about hunting. No, you weren't. That is not what you were doing. All right, you are a liar and you're full of shit. You're a dirtbag. All right, stop it. Stop lying about the shit you said and stop lying, all right, about the stuff that you're claiming other people said. Nobody threatened your family, your children. Nobody did. You're a liar. All right? Yeah, I have every right to call you a piece of shit. I have every right to call you a liar because I haven't done shit to you, my friend. I've done nothing to you other than watch your videos, tell you how much I love your delightful videos. All right? That's all I've ever freaking done to you. And Mama Barely even says, we don't owe you shit fund. Yes, that's right, for $2. And I don't owe you shit fund. That is right. You're lying to people, all right? And you're lying to the anti-health people who are watching your shit. I haven't done anything to you. I haven't stalked you. But no, you put it out there, all right? Stop being a bitch, all right? I'm actually embarrassed that you're a veteran, to be honest with you, because you're such a fucking bitch. I'm tired of you lying about me. I have never stalked you, and if I have, take it to the police. That would be a criminal action. Take it there, jerkface. Go do that. But you won't because you never bring up proof of anything because you want to be the old ass victim. All right? Fuck off. Well, anyways, no.
It's flabbergasting.
That's flabbergasting.
Now, some of the people that I'm involved with live in Florida.
Are criminals?
And those people are going to get to meet me. And others here in Iowa are going to get to meet me.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to form their own mind in person. And I wish I could meet all of you in person. I honestly do.
I'm going to try.
And you would see that what you see, that's what I am. I'm nothing special. And I'm not a danger to your health. I'm just not. I have the same wants as everybody out there. I love old cars. And I can tell you, I've had over 300 classics in my life. It was my hobby in my years. You can ask my neighbors. When I moved in here, I built this garage out here for 2 cars that I'd had for years. And then one day I decided, well, I don't need them anymore. So I sold them. It's hard to keep up cars unless you drive them on a regular basis. You name those cars back in the 50s, and I probably owned one of them. And a lot of them in the 60s. I loved hot rods. I have since I was a child. I built my first go-kart. I wasn't even 10 years old.
That's good for you.
Made it out of wood, and I had a Cushman motor on it. One of those guys, I love to do things. I always kept busy. And even in this old age, and I'm trying to make it as comfortable as I can these latter days. And I'm doing everything to keep as healthy as I can so I can live longer, not shorter. I want to join my wife, but I want to do it at the Lord's time, not my time. The Lord's going to choose the time for it. I'm not going to take my life. And I'm not going to give it freely because somebody wants me gone. And these channels hate me, literally.
Oh my God. The blood is on your hands. Jeez Louise, seriously, wait. He said to ask his neighbors about him, so now he wants Clark Stark coming around. Apparently, and Clark Stark doesn't live there, Jeremy. I have been through this ad nauseum, behind the scenes, with Clark Stark. I know everything about Clark Stark, more than you might want to know. I know his shoe size, for God's sakes. Well, no. But anyway, this guy has been accusing me of stalking him through Clark Stark for 3 months now. And Fleabag wants to call me a hole with an A in front of it and other letters, all right, because what? I wanted to defend myself about what this jerkhole said. But don't worry, Jeremy. I have something special for you. There's a wedding that took place. And we're getting to that. We're going to get to that in about 4 minutes. Sit tight, Jeremy Hills. I got some of the biggest news. A bombshell. A major bombshell, Jeremy. Sit tight. You're going to want to watch the next 4 or 5 minutes. This is huge. And when I say huge, this is the bombshell you did not expect to get. We don't owe you shit fun. Yes, again, Puzzler. Yeah, we don't. I paid JJ Bean good money so he can pay Clark Stark, but Bonehead is inviting us to come for free. He is, and I have special. Jeremy, sit tight for this. Just sit tight. I have something very special for you. A wedding that occurred. All right. And we're getting to it. All right. We're about 3 minutes away. Just sit tight, Jeremy. Sit tight.
Hate me. I wonder how their grandparents feel if they still have grandparents around their parents. I wonder how they feel about these people that go out and do this. I mean, you think back when Marilyn Raby was trying to clear some of the property off after her husband died and run into a roadblock, how she felt. I don't know if she's still alive or not, and nobody's really been able to nail it down, whether it's an old bit with her name on it or whether she's in a nursing home or whatever's going on. For years, they had some sort of a thing they called, I guess it was supposed to be something that they used her name on. I don't know. Greeting people at their schoolhouse. You know, this is silly. And I don't have, you can look around here. I don't have any. I was accused of being infatuated with sex toys and things like that because I'd called somebody out on theirs. I have nothing in here like that. My wife and I enjoyed a perfectly healthy life, and I don't need anything or anybody else to make it healthy. Maybe you guys don't understand that people like that, you know, that one that likes his little blow-up dolls, lately all he's talked about is hateful towards women. Does that mean he loves women or hates women? I mean, I'm just asking you. He fills his, or was filling his channel with stuff about women that had some kind of problem. I've never done that on this channel. I don't take people and put them on here because they've done something wrong. What I've done is some of these people, when they've done something I think is right, I've patted them on the back. I like watching Super Dave. I think he's a fresh face out there, and he does his very best to put something out there to entertain you. He's a young fella, and he's getting better all the time. You know, you look out there, and people have gotten mad at Rich because he fights fire with fire. I don't blame him. You're talking about a guy from New York that's had to walk the streets out there and survived it very well. He was a lawyer, and he survived that very well. He was a lawyer. I take that back.
He was a lawyer. He survived that very well. He's disbarred.
Yeah, Ray, haven't you read that case? Haven't you read those court papers?
He was disbarred when he went to prison. Yes. Says he's not a danger to people's health. Then laughs like a creepy creep. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, Kitty Pants. Much love, Kitty Pants. Thank you, my friend. Yes, he walked the streets of New York, but it gets better. Sit tight. Here is the breaking news. The breaking news.
He was one. He's very intelligent, and he can be vicious if he has to be. He got his channel back. Now, Mike Lutherman was unable to get his back, and I don't know if...
Mike Lutherman? What?
No way.
Are you telling me that Paint Chips and Volman have gotten married and Volman has taken Lutherman's last name? Mike Lutherman has married Paint Chips, according to Ray. According to Ray, this was a marriage that was probably wanted to be kept a secret. But Ray broke the news. What? Mike Lutherman? What? Oh my God. Oh my God. And he took Paint Chip's last name. Oh my God. Looks like Volmit's the bottom in that relationship. Oh my goodness. Paint Chips has always wanted to be the top. And finally, with Mike Volman, it appears Mike Lutherman is now the bottom of this relationship. Oh boy, Paint Chips, what did you do? And Ray breaks the news that Vomit and Paint Chips are married. Oh my God, the breaking news. And you people thought Megan Fox, Tug, anyone else was going to bring you the hard hitting, amazing bombshell. No, just J Hip did that. Just J Hip. Why? Because I watch and I pay attention. And Mike Lutherman could not get his channel back, even though his husband couldn't help him. Yes, Volmic gave up his good name for Lutherman. Yes,
Well,
I'm
it
surprised.
makes sense though. Think about it. Would you want your name to be Dick Vomit?
I'm surprised he didn't go with Chips. Congratulations, Paint Chips. You finally got Prison B to put a ring on it. Yep. If you didn't think, I told you I had a bombshell today. Mike Lussman, all right, married Paint Chips and Boner Crusher broke the news. I think this was an accident. This is what I think happened, because I always said that I believed Paint Chips to be a closeted gay. All right, he was clearly gay. All right, and then they didn't really want it to come out. All right, they wanted. I think this was a soft release. You know what? Like when the restaurants do a soft opening. I think I think I think Boner Crusher was the soft opening towards this marriage that happened, where apparently, as best I can tell, Michael Volpe has in fact married Richard A. Luthman Jr., all right, as his wife, took his last name, and is the bottom, best I can tell from what Boner Crusher has told me. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to tell any tales at school. I'm just repeating what's been said. Did I not tell you, fine folks, that I had a bombshell today? I told you I had a bombshell.
Jay's been sitting on this for like 24 hours.
I've been seeing Tug gonna break this news. Nope. Nope. Only I can sit through a Boner Crusher stream long enough to grab this amazing information of a bombshell. Crack is probably crying. He's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. The flower girl at the wedding, I'm understood. And best I can tell, Jeremy. But yes, clearly, vomit is Leatherman's bitch. This is amazing. You never give Just J-Hip an opening. All right? The smallest of openings, and Just J-Hip exploits like no other with my bombshell. This could have happened genetically. It could have been on a bidet. It could have happened gang style. I don't know. It could have happened through lips and Doritos. I don't know. I know this much. I, over here on our show with Chup Chup and Star and Roz and Ruga Mama, we bring the truth and we dominate. We dominate over here. And we drop the bombshells. You know, Jeremy had his 12 days of bombshells. This was the biggest bombshell that has been dropped thus far, in my opinion. I think even Jeremy tonight on the show will agree. Just dropped the biggest boom bombshell because Mike Lussman lost his channel. Well, maybe we should listen to that again. We should probably just make sure.
And he can be vicious if he has to be. He got his channel back. Now, Mike Lutherman was unable to get his back, and I don't.
Oh, but right there, it's in the transcript. It's in the transcript. It's right there. Ain't gone. See, Mike Lutherman. Mike, look at that. Look at that. Just J-Hip. I watch the show. I pay attention to everything. I capture everything. And look at that. Mike Lutherman was unable to get his channel back. Oh, yeah. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. No, but just J-Hip was able to capture the nuance. Yes, I could. Yes, I could. Suck on that, Tammy J. Suck on that, Fleabag. That's called reporting. It's called reporting. Chup chup.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be all upset tonight.
Oh, for sure. They're going to be like, can you believe this?
They might be more mad at me than Jeremy Hales tonight.
Right? Well, because, there's no such thing as sarcasm, jokes, none of that. That doesn't exist. Everything is completely serious, and they have to freak out.
They're gonna be more mad at me than Jeremy Hales. Jeremy, you might have a free pass tonight. This might be a freebie for you.
You might have the Sunday off.
This is what you could call, you could do an all-in. An all-in because I broke the news of what, I think we all expected that Vomit and Paint Chips probably were hooking up. I saw they had pictures of when Vomit went down to Florida to visit Paint Chips. I saw some of their pics and looked pretty good. Lynn says I should ask for a pay rise, Jay. Yes, I should. I bet Lynette married them. That's what I actually heard, Jeremy. Because they went down, a Vomit went down to Florida. And I believe that's what happened. This makes perfect sense. I believe that's what happened because Vomit was just there 2 months ago. And now Ray breaks the freaking news. And Badger John says you are amazing with a $20 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. I worked hard on this one. I really worked hard on this one. It was wonderful. But yes, thank you so much, my friends. And also, I missed a couple. They have to get married, but didn't use protection. Well, it's most likely. Why would they? I mean, at this point in time, just let it go. But Mama Bear Leah says, thank you, Puzzler. Mama Bear Leah says, nope, we don't know you. No wedding presents. No wedding presents for you. No wedding presents, Paint Chip. Sorry. It ain't happening. I'm sorry I broke the news. Actually, Ray did. I just elevated it to a new level. A new level. Yes, I did. Tomorrow's FLEACAP's going to be crazy, says Kitty Pants. Probably. Probably. I mean, when you break this sort of news live, I mean, it's amazing. Thank you, my Burley. And Jeremy Hill's show tonight just took a wicked turn. I mean, Jeremy had one thing planned, and now Jeremy's going, damn it, I have a whole other, dang it. Jay, you could have given me a heads up on this one. I mean, seriously?
I don't know. Don't waste the show on it, Jeremy.
Don't waste the show.
That's what they want. Don't waste the show on them.
What a lot of time and effort into this dang thing. Paint Chips and Vomit got married, Dana. Paint Chips and Vomit, they got married. I bet she married them from the pole. Probably, Faith. I would imagine so. Vomit was down there. That makes sense. Thank you, Faith. And Juliet says, maybe LP married. Yes, I think so. That's my understanding. LP married them. Yes, I was surprised. I was actually surprised. I thought Paint Chips would have taken Vomit's last name, but no. I mean, that was the one that really surprised me. Is that Vomit took his last name? That was surprising.
Think about it. His name would be Dickie Vomit.
Yeah, who would have thought Mickey and Dickie would have ended up together? But actually, if you go back to day one or stream 3 that Just J Hip had with Star, I think we could see this coming. Thank you, Julia. Let me finish up this final second of Ray Boner Crusher's stream, and then I'll give you a FLEACAP the best I can. I hope you will give me a break on this FLEACAP. I got really bored in this show, so trust me on this. I'm doing the best I can on this FLEACAP, but I did a lot of other work, all right, by uncovering this. So I hope you'll understand that this might not be the FLEACAP to remember, because quite frankly, they bored me. I'm just gonna be honest.
Do you want to maybe roll it over to tomorrow for Respun Day thingy?
No, I'm gonna give them a 10 to 15 minute FLEACAP, of course.
Okay.
I promised them, and that's what they get. But because today was extra hilarious, thank you, Dr. Tomost. Even when you give it to me in my ass, I appreciate it. Thank you, friend. I'm going to hit the highlights of the FLEACAP. Bear in mind, I struggled with last night's show. It was boring as all shit. It really was.
It
It,
was.
it really was, but I'm going to give you the best I can get. I can give you. Let me just finish up with Boner Crusher here. He's got less than a minute left.
I don't know if he's still fighting to get it back or not. But they went over the same subjects, and they're being penalized for it. And they were attacked by these hate channels out there. There's a huge amount of people. Oh, let's see. Noreen says dune buggy time, Ray. Let's see what anybody has. I've been talking a mile a minute here, and I better look in the chat, see what we've got. I hope the Ohio judge has finally seen the truth and does the right thing. I'm also fearful. Let me slow this down a little bit.
Read. You don't have to slow it down. It's going itself.
Oh, John says somebody sent me a message today saying I never had spinal fusion and that I'm not in pain every day. Maybe it's that person took off his diaper in his furry suit. I know.
Well, that's how we ended that one because, well, then we go dark. All right, so I have no idea what they're talking about there.
Someone needs to teach Ray how to end a stream.
Well, I think the stream ended him.
Maybe he got nervous because he spilled the beans.
If you haven't hit the thumbs up, yes, of course, on the Just J Hip show with Chup Chup today, I would appreciate it. I think I worked really hard on this show. I uncovered so many truths. I did a lot of deep diving. Some of it got pretty ugly out there. It got pretty ugly when I was diving deep, you know.
Were you throwing up in the waves?
I was throwing up in the waves. I was on a merry-go-round. Ended up in a pond, a gay pond.
Terrible.
Tell you what.
The stupid never stops coming.
I love these people more than you would ever know. And I love Ray. Ray, keep doing what you do. Maybe stop suggesting that I'm stalking you. That would be a good idea. And maybe Ray's daughter put a time limit on his online time. Yes, that's what I want to do. Doctor says, Jay, stop deep diving. Use proper equipment. I worked hard on this show, folks, and I appreciate all of you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share if you would. Could you share this with your friends? Can you tell your friends to join Just J Hip? I need 500 and I don't know, some odd amount of people. And then I get to have a 5,000 subscriber party. Can't we do that? I'm working my tail off over here with Chup Chup, me and Chup Chup, and Roz and Star and Ruger Mama and Natalie, and some of my great moderators like Faves and Bonnie, D-Wade Rap, Miyagi, Mama Bear Leah. We're working our tails off over here. I don't want my friends to know I watch this. Are you kidding? Shut up, Rosalind. Yes, if you could help out. I mean, I have great mods. Jeremy Hales. All right, I don't know. Wait. Is Jeremy Hales modding for your channel? Probably not. He mods over here. Oh, well, Star has to pop in. Hi, Star. Star's here.
I know. I don't tell anybody either.
Ah, you guys suck. right, I was gonna do a fleet cap, but never mind. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Apparently, Star and Rosalind Duke have decided it's not something you deserve today. You don't deserve a fleet cap. Not maybe you do. Here we
How
go.
can only?
I'm just kidding. I got a fleet cap. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. And now we're going to do a little bit of a flea cap. We're going to do a flea cap. It's going to be pretty good. We're going to do a flea cap. And we're going to cover the FLEABAG show with flea cap. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful flea cap. I hope everybody enjoys it. Should be a good time. Should be a good time. Everyone should be able to enjoy a wonderful flea cap. A wonderful, wonderful flea cap is what we got going on here. Should be a good time. Please sit back and relax and enjoy flea cap. Thank you very much. Hello! How's everyone doing? I tell you what, it was nice today. I went outside, I sat in the sun, I got some color. Yeah, and then, what'd you do today, Tammy? Nothing. But you did nothing? No, literally, I didn't do anything. Well, I clean my ceiling fans. You know, typically I clean my ceiling fans, I would say every 3 months. Every 3 months, and boy, but they needed some cleaning. I cleaned those. Well, I just spent my day. I kind of just stayed out of the germ stuff today. That's what I did. You know, I mean, I popped into Jay's, and he was making fun of Ray, and you know, it's just all ridiculous. It was all ridiculous, and quite frankly, you know, he's dumb. What that is was Jay Hip is an a-hole. He's an a-hole, and I'll tell you this much. Go after Ray. Alright? He's a freaking child. He's a child. He's got no morals, ethics. Alright, let me tell you something. Ray's healthy as horse. He's healthy. He's healthy as a horse. Alright, grow the F up, Jay. Grow the F up, Jay Hip. You attack me, you attack someone. What are you out of fleet cap shit? You out of fleet cap? Fleet cap it. Alright, is that a thing? Go ahead and lie about me. Lie about me. I don't care. Alright? These people are a-holes. And what you did, you know, did his parents not teach him anything? His parents, you know, Ray has experiences. And you should listen to his experiences. Alright, you lay off Ray, you piece of shit. You lay off him. I can't believe your parents didn't teach you to respect your elders. You piece of shit. Well, there was no reason for it. So, you know, that's why I didn't watch. I saw he was doing Ray. And I immediately just got the hell out of there. But, you know, Germ was right in there. And he had rude comments in there, too. Well, of course. That's what they do. He had rude comments in there, too. Germ and J-Hip. And just when we thought that Germ had abandoned J-Hip. I know. Because, you know, I mean, he hadn't been in there in a while. And all of a sudden he shows up. The man starts talking about Ray. And he just shows up and he just starts talking. And it was crazy. And, you know, it's just, it's insane. But, you know, and Germ was there. You know, he did the rude comments and stuff. But the thing is, they realized we did Christmas over here. We did Christmas over here. Hang on. Dog's barking. Hang on. Jules is barking. I'll be right back. You hold this alone. Yeah. Yeah, we get on with it. All right. All right, well, it's me and Ian here are alone. A lot of people wonder who Ian is. I don't know myself. But hey, Ian, how are you? Gang! I've been going just watching the show. Yeah, well, of course we can hold down the show. How's everything going? Smutty smut mouth and titty mouthwash and shitty shit face and how's everybody doing? Are you liking the weather today? Are you liking the weather? Um, yeah, it's just, um, don't want to cause any dead air or anything, but, I'm back. Here's his dog. His dog, I don't know what's going on. The neighbors probably gonna call him, and they're afraid of squat pump probably coming over here pretty soon, yeah, but yeah, the dog was barking, but all right, first thing, let's move into Coop. All right, Coopy Poopy Scoopy Poopy Coopy Hoopy Poopy with Coopy Poopy mouth. All right, now they were over there, and they're talking about taxes. All right, talking about taxes. All right. And then they said that there was problems with her addicts. I don't know what that means. Just watch the show, but the notes say problems with the addicts. I don't know what that means. But Venom was on there. She's full of shit. Like, yeah, that's pretty clear. But no, it says, yeah, definitely talking about taxes, and there's definitely something going on with the actress. Yeah, well, I don't know what that means. But anyways, all right, well, let's move on to Rosalind Puke. All right, Pukey Dookie. Vet your shit. She's very shit. One thing I did like, though, is that Roz made Germ look out to be like stupid. Yeah, it's not just the Afro Man shit. It's the other stuff too. All right, and you can see he was angry. He was angry, and he was playing victim, pretty standard Jeremy Hills. And the other thing you can notice from that is that George doesn't know anything. She kept looking over to Germ for like for for stuff. She kept looking at Germ, and she didn't know what he was even going to say. I had a drink. I hope this doesn't sound like a weird drink. I know that's what they always say. But now, you gotta look at the shit these people they go through. You look at Elemental Paint. Here's a video right here. Here's a video. Look at this. We got a car driving by, a guy getting out. Looks like he's taking a picture of like Tube Town. Then he goes over, and now he's taking a selfie in front of Elemental Paint's property. Then he's trespassing. And then look, he gets back in his car and he drives down the street. Look, he bangs a left, he's banging a left. All right, you can see this right here. I'll rewind it so everyone can see. He's banging a left. That's on the Germ property where he's banging a left. Yeah, that's very, but once again, back to Rosalind Pukey Dookie. All right? Let me just say, when we talk about protection orders, shame on you, Roz. He's claiming he's a victim. Look at this video I'm showing. He claims he's the victim. Roz, you've been punched in the face. Hope not. He claims he's the victim. You've been victim. No, he was not. All right. Let me show you this Warrior Strong video. I got Warrior Strong video. Hi, I'm Lisa Lee, and I'm a Warrior Strong person who never wanted my channel to focus on views or likes, but just the truth. And to point out that Jeremy Hills is not nice. Yes, that is the entire point of our show, and we are way strong. Oh man, that video just makes my heart cry. It makes my heart cry. Now, Roz, you should vet your shit. Is what you should do, rather than listen to the mugs and the J hips. That's what she's doing. She's getting all of her information from the mugs and the J hips. All right, well that's it for Hales. That's it. I got nothing else on Hales. That's it. Now, Megan and Tuck, they're reading over this video on Owens. It takes them forever to read. It's like they read one sentence and then they have to comment 38 hours on it. I thought we were done with the heels. We are. We're on to Megan and Tuck now. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you, one thing I want to know, because I don't want to talk about heels anymore. But what do you think is going to happen on Spun Day? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think they're going to do on Spun Day? Well, I think they're probably going to do $1,000 giveaway. Is one thing they're going to do. Well, yeah, is that going to be calculated? Is that going to be in their finances? I want to see that. All right. And I have to point this out. Owens has immunity. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to take my HIV medicine. Hang on. But anyways, yeah. Owens has immunity. Megan says now it's national news. Yeah, maybe he's a national idiot. That was funny. That was funny. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. All right, but yeah, bankruptcy. All right, we know what he's done. All right, I want accounting of his donor from across the pond, by the way. All right, he wants accounting for my shit. I want accounting for his donor across the pond. All right. I had a question. When is the boxing with Gabe? When's that? It's not scheduled till next year, but he hasn't even signed the contract yet. We haven't signed it yet. He's gonna chicken out. He's not going to do this. There's no way in hell. Well, of course he's a coward. That's what I was thinking of. Feeling coward and do it. Yeah, well, it was very clear. All right, they can just ask me. But when the bankruptcy court comes to talk to me, it's going to be yes, no questions. And I wish it was not. Because I'd like to expand on this. And I'd be like, let me tell you some shit. Germ caused this. That's what I would say. All right, but no, they're going to ask yes, no question. Like, do you have LMNOP's money? No. Have you raised money for LMNOP? No. All right, are you hiding any money for LMNOP? No. All right, very clear. All right, did you raise X amount of dollars for a fence? Yes. Did you use all that money on a fence? Well, the state didn't come and other shit went on. Mind your own business. It's all goody. All right? And listen, all right, you think these lawyers have ever dealt with someone like me before? They've never heard it's all goody before. They're going to hear my testimony. And they're going to be like, oh, and they're going to go back to their bosses and be like, she said it's all goody, and then that's how that's going to go. And then once again, Jerm's sharing the mugshots. He's got the mugshots again. Maliciously. And that's what he's got. I'm going to do that too. Nick Ricknada and his wife. I'll share your mugshots with, maliciously. Yeah, I will. But listen, I want to be honest with you. Going forward, we're going to do all new content over here. All right, we got trials coming up in April. All right, and we're gonna be covering those. All right, and that's what we're because I'm tired of this. It's getting old. It's getting old, and so it's over. I'm not covering it other than Sunday Spun Day or the other days. But basically, we're doing a lot of other stuff over here. And I wonder, do you think that George knows that she's being lied to and groomed? She is being groomed. She's being groomed. That's clear. I just read in the chat that Amy has a very seductive voice to the show. I do have a seductive voice. I yeah, stop this. Stop seductive over there, Amy. But one thing is, it's sick. That he can just go on stream and create tears. All right? I'll be honest with you. Not enough people come over here for the truth. They stay over there, they watch his stupid show with him lying, and they miss me debunking his ass. Well, I'm just debunking his ass. All right? That's what I do. I debunk his ass. And these people, they're old, and a lot of them work. All right, and that's the thing, and they're working hard. I'm talking about Elemental P, her and John Crook. They're old, and they're working hard to take care of the turtles, and they're cleaning up this property, and they can't always do it. They need help. If Jeremy was a good guy, he would help them, but he's not helping them clean up their property with the turtles and all the stuff. Terrible. But there's new stuff coming out. All right, Megan Fox and Tug and Hipster and, Rosie Dookie Pookie, they're all going to find this out. All right, most places don't have cyber harassment offices. All right? But they're cracking down on it. All right, and there's a lot more places that are starting to make more cyber harassment offices to make this go because it's a thing now. So that's going to be a thing. All right. And by the way, the lip stuff's true. Have you noticed George all of a sudden every single time go to the villages, George there, because of Orlando's nearby, we noticed that. George doesn't trust Germ because of what he's done with Lips. He nearly got to home base. Nearly. And now Vet Nation's trying to get there. Now Vet Nation's super jelly because Vet Nation wants to get a part of that heavily damaged area down there. All right? George says stuff, though. George doesn't even make a minimum wage, he says. But, George, you should work on that because you're going to get sued. All right? And you got to remember, George, she sold a Lufamobile, and I have it. I have it. She sold a Lufamobile. Well, it's kind of early night here. It's kind of early night. We kind of ran through everything, and we got to get ready for Monday, our Spun Day thingy. We got to get ready for that big show. Big show. If we even talk about it, we might talk about other stuff. I don't know. But if we talk about it, Sunday Spun Day. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, thank you all for being here in a goony goo goo and a tooty little yeah, that's Chup. I struggled on the show on this one. I lost interest at many places, but I tried my best for you folks. I brought you breaking news today about paint chips and vomit. I gave you
I thought it was kind of nice that, she didn't really want to talk about Jeremy hardly last night.
Yeah, she focused on calling me an a-hole while I was nursing her to health. I mean, what a bitch. I'm down there nursing her to health. We go poolside. All right, she's hugging me. All right, and then look at that. And I'm sitting here, I'm doing a FLEACAP, the Lord's work. It was a terrible show. We added some new lady named Ann on there who was dumb and boring as all shit. All right, enter new character Ann, dumb and boring as all shit. All right, now I'm supposed to make a show out of the damn thing. All right, they are literally increasing the amount of work I have to do just to make them relevant or, I don't know, exciting enough to follow. It's terrible what they're doing to Just J Hip.
I agree. I mean, last night I almost would have rather had Squat Pump.
Yes, I was wishing you the great show, Jay and Ketchup. Thank you. Look around 8318. I did my best. But you know what? We exposed the truth with a major bombshell. And yes, now Michael Luthman exists. Oh, Mickey and Dickie, who would have thought that this was how it was going to end? Well, I think we all had the idea. Please, we need info on the HIV. Well, I can't guarantee or provide.
Jay may or may not have it.
Yeah, may or may not. I was nearby. Things happen. I pray I don't. My blood test came in, so it seems like I'm safe, but let's pray. Let's still pray. Thank you, Dr. Most, and also thank you for checking my asshole. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did.
My bad. Whoa! I'm glad you were all here. 348 of you still sticking around. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Can Just J Hip not get the 5,000 subscribers this year? What more do we have to do? Can you not find 500 and some odd people to come watch Just J Hip, or at least subscribe and not watch? I'm not asking a lot. Not asking a lot. Do the share over to your Tic Tacs, over to your Snap Chips, your Chap Snaps, or your MySpace, or your Facebooks, or your Twitters, if you would.
Subscribe from all your alt accounts.
Yes. Hit the share button. Hit the share button for Just J Hip. So I'm not stuck in one place like a 10th grade teacher for the rest of my life. Because if this up, it looks like I'm going to be a 10th grade teacher for the rest of my life. But no, I appreciate you, my friends. Thank you. And as we always say when we end this show, what do we say?
Shut your ass, Jay.
That's right. Thank you for all the gifted memberships, super chats, super stickers, the likes, the subscribes. All right. And all of you wonderful people, go check out Starcasm, and I have my favorites, Audio Coffee, and so many other channels that we promote over here on a regular basis. My friends, of course, go check them out, and don't forget, shut your ass, and All the best.
Bye.